thanks so much for being here again this week. So we are going to make a cozy and winter hearty type of meal, and I have sweet potatoes that I need to use up, so that is what we're using for this recipe. So you're just going to chop them up in little chunks and then pop them into a baking dish. And I'm not being fussy about the size, I'm just trying to get them roughly the same size and tossing them into my pan. So if you're not a sweet potato fan, that's okay. Just use whatever potatoes you prefer instead, and as well as the black beans. Now that's what I'm, combining with my sweet potato today, but I also like to add chickpeas. So it depends on what I have available to me, and I will just choose one of those and add that extra protein into my dish. And today it was black beans, and I thought it worked really well. Okay, so these are the three things that I'm going to be adding on to my sweet potatoes in the oven, and it's just some simple black beans, and I'm just going to rinse those out and toss that whole can in. And then I have some black pepper and some maple syrup, pure maple syrup, and that is it. If you wanted to add more things, you can go ahead, but that's all I'm using. Now I'm adding a little bit of water to my dish so I don't have to oil it and to make sure that things don't stick. And that's pretty much all I am doing. I'm going to add my seasoning, just some black pepper. For some reason, I really love black pepper and sweet potatoes. I love how black pepper tastes on sweet potatoes, so I add a whole bunch. You don't have to add as much as me. And you can also add salt if you prefer. I didn't add any to mine, but if you want salt, go ahead and add it. So next I'm just going to drizzle that pure maple syrup on top and then give it a nice good mix, and just invest in a really good maple syrup. I know there's a lot of like sugary fake ones out there, but you don't need very much because it's quite concentrated in flavor and it just makes such a difference. So yeah, I mean, it's easy for me to say because I'm in Canada and it's, not that expensive and it's pretty easy to find. I know in some places it's not that easy, but just try to find the best quality maple syrup that you can because it will enhance your dish so much. And yeah, you can use it in a variety of different ways, and a bottle will last quite a long time. Okay, so now at a 400-degree oven, I'm going to pop these in for 30 minutes, and then once they come out, I'm going to take it out and I'm going to mix it up really nicely and add in my black beans or my chickpeas, whatever it is that I'm using. It's going to go in at that 30-minute mark. I don't add it in earlier because I don't like my beans to get too mushy. So that's how I do it. Now you decide how long you want to cook it because some people like their sweet potatoes on the firm side and some people like it overcooked like me. So you may want to adjust the time accordingly. So once the beans have gotten mixed up, I'm going to throw it back into the oven for another 20 to 30 minutes to continue cooking a little bit more. This is how I like it, so you may want to be mindful and adjust your timing according to what you prefer. Okay, while my sweet potatoes are cooking in the oven, I'm just going to decorate my Christmas tree. I get a real tree every year, and I just put the lights on, and I just started to throw on some of the ornaments, so I'm going to continue doing that while my sweet potatoes cook up. So yeah, this is my tree. He's little this year, the smallest tree I've ever gotten ever, but I really, really like it, and he's going to open up a little bit more. He's still kind of frozen, poor guy. But yeah, we are going to decorate. Okay guys, so this is how my dish turned out. I absolutely love it. I'm definitely going to make it again. This is something that's very cozy and comforting to me on, these cold winter days that we've been having here where I live. So I am definitely going to be making this more often. This is a great side dish as well to make with any meal, but I felt like it was really filling and comforting and I absolutely loved it. And again, you can, mix it up and change up the beans, change up the potato, whatever you decide to do. But I really like this maple syrup on the sweet potato mix. I think it worked out perfect. Okay guys, so now we are going to up the, cozy factor just a little bit more. We're going to make some homemade hot chocolate, and it's so easy to make at home. You don't have to go out and buy an expensive hot chocolate somewhere. You can just make it at home with some real natural ingredients. I'm using coconut sugar because that is what I have been buying lately, because that's what the kids prefer to use. So that's what I'm using, and yeah, I'm just adding whatever milk I have on hand, and I just happen to have that one that I showed you guys. So that's what I'm using, and then some cocoa powder, very, very simple. If you don't have any sugar at home, you can always add maple syrup as well, depending on how you like the flavor of your hot chocolate, but maple syrup works really well. And yeah, so you're just going to give that a little mix, allow it to heat up, and then as it heats up, it's going to mix really easily, and then you can just whisk all those little pieces down, and it's going to become creamy and delicious. So this is totally an option. It is definitely not necessary to add this, but because we bought it for the holiday season, I'm going to be adding a little bit of the vegan whip on top just to jazz up my hot chocolate just a little. And no, it's not healthy, but you know what? It makes us feel good, and it goes with the comfy vibes, the cozy vibes that we're going for. And it's the holiday season. So we are going to add it in today and enjoy it thoroughly, and I'm making some for myself as well for others. So yeah, that's totally up to you if you want to add it in, or if you can add it in depending on what your diet allows. But this is just a coconut vegan whip, but there's many different ones out there. There's oat ones as well. I find that this year it's a lot easier to find those types of things where I live, whereas previously it was just Whole Foods that carried it, and they didn't even carry it all the time where we live. So yeah, this is an option, but it's extra yummy and tasty. And I just sprinkled a little bit more of the cocoa powder on top just for presentation, and that is it. So now the decorating is done. I had my sweet potatoes, and I'm gonna finish it off with a yummy hot chocolate. What a perfect, perfect cozy winter night. So this is how it turned out. It was super delicious, and if you decide to make it, let me know. Tag me on Instagram or let me know in the comments below here, and let me know if you tried it. It is honestly the easiest recipe, right? Anybody can make hot chocolate at home, and you can make it vegan and delicious. So yeah, thanks again for being here this week, guys. I really appreciate all the support and the love on the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.